Hello spider friends, I am super excited to be doing this video because I've had this kit in my house for a year and I have finally got an over the head camera so I can do craft videos. So I wanted to try out this super pottery wheel. And also please forgive my nails, but I didn't think I should bother redoing them considering what I was about to do. I don't have that much of a pottery background. I once had a pottery wheel like this, like a child's pottery wheel, when I was about 21, and I had a go at making a few pots and it was awful. But they were all graciously accepted as gifts anyway, because people, they just said, oh, that's nice. So I'm going to have another go with the pottery wheel. That was like literally the only time I ever tried pottery in my whole entire life. Get rid of that box. So we're going to give it another go, and this should be everything that we need to do the pottery. We've got the wheel, we've got the thing, that's nice and wobbly. We've got some clay, we've got the pedal. Batteries not included, so I have batteries, and these are things. What have we got? Paintbrush, paint. Not like we're going to be only using this paint, because I have better paint than this, and plus it's been in my house over a year, so it's probably dried out. I do, however, like this cute paint palette. We've got some pottery tools. We've got a butter knife. There's a paintbrush there, and there's this. What is this? Where does this look like it should go? Here, here maybe. We may have found where it's supposed to go, but let's take that out for now because I've got to find a screwdriver to put the batteries in. Alright, batteries are in. Now we have two little problems. One is that the pedal wire is not particularly long. In fact, if like this is intended for a child, I'm not entirely sure what kind of a surface that they were meant to be sitting on so that this pedal wire reaches the floor. It's kind of silly. I don't know why they would just not make it longer, because wire doesn't cost very much, and that way children can do it on any surface. So then this is like problem number two. This is clearly not going to reach the floor. It sort of just dangles, and you have to press the pedal to make it work because it's battery operated. And so would you like to see what happens when you press the pedal? I assure you, I am applying even pressure to this pedal. So what I'm going to have to do is sort of maybe put it here and then like work it with my elbow like that. So that's what we are going to try. And then once I get started, they may not be, I'm just going to cut. So while I am a pottery wheel noob, as it were, only having used one once previously before, and again it was the same kind of thing. It was a child's toy that was very cheap, and I made a couple of really stupid looking things with it, and I wanted to give it a go again because pottery always looks so much fun. I do have more experience, however, with air dry clay and polymer clay, making things like little miniatures and stuff with both like DAS clay and polymer clay. So, and I've seen that episode of Community as well, and the movie Ghost. So I reckon that's like, a fairly good beginner's foundation. Like the first thing that I made, this little bowl thing, it came out okay, and then I kept going. Now, it said on the instructions that the clay provided was supposed to be enough to make 3 pieces, and all the pictures on the box were like tall vase things, but I couldn't get the clay centered, and I couldn't seem to, like, I would raise the walls, but then every time I sort of like tried to make the dip, it would go wonky and one side would be thicker than the other, and I just didn't know how to correct it. So the second attempt, it was looking so promising. I was so proud of myself. I was like, oh, no, look at me. This is going to look lovely. This is going to be a lovely tall little vase. And no, that just didn't happen. And I ended up basically wasting so much clay on the second and I think third attempts that I ended up having to add the remainder of the clay because most of it was just on my hands. So yeah, I only made 2 pieces altogether, and then they've had to be like left for at least 24 hours to air dry. On the safe side, I'm actually going to leave them for 48 just to make sure that it's dry all the way through, and then they're going to be decorated with acrylic paint, Posca paint pens, and then they're going to be covered in a couple of layers of Mod Podge of the hard coat Mod Podge, which is intended for things to be like used to give it a more solid coating on it. So that's what's going to happen to the pieces. I am recording this voice over the night before, so they've got like another few hours yet to dry. So this is my like third attempt after scrapping that second attempt, and the third attempt is a lot shorter. There you go. So yeah, this is me adding the remaining clay to the clay ball and then making this my fourth attempt. And I would try and record in little bursts just to save my phone battery, memory thingy. So this was like me, right, I'm going to try and make a teacup. Why a teacup? Because when I was researching this video and watching others doing the pottery wheel test thing, the teacup seemed to be a popular thing, and I'd already done a bowl. And basically a teacup is a hole with a hole with a handle? A bowl with a handle. So yeah, as you can see here, like, here's me trying to make it look like a little fancy teacup, and it just keeps going wrong. The actual finished product, in fact, is so awful. I am going to have to take some, like, sandpaper to it to try and get it looking smoother, because the clay was so wet at this point. So, yeah, I just wasn't very good at it, basically, is your thing. But then I do think that the wheel had a lot to do with that. The fact that it kept stopping and starting, and the connection wasn't particularly great. The plate was a bit wobbly. It was hard to get it like centered. So yes, that was not the easiest of things to work with. But I must say, even though the this box has been sitting around in my house for at least a year, the clay wasn't dry, so that was a really good thing. Several days later. So, these are the results. These took a few days to dry. This was the first one that I made. It's like a little bowl. As you can see, it's quite ugly. And then this was the second thing that I made, which was on the fourth attempt. This was a teacup. You can see it's nice and cracked. You can see it's disgusting. It looks awful. It looks so bad. But I'm still going to attempt to clean this up. I've got some sandpaper. So I'm going to sand these down and then paint them, and see if we can make these look nice in some way. I did such a good job of sanding these. I mean, look how much better that looks. And this teacup, I sanded it so smooth, the handle fell off and part of the lip broke off, and yeah. You know, I left these for like a few days, even though the instructions said 24 hours, so like that's what was that. So yeah, now to decorate it. I give up. I give up. Right. Like, it's 19 degrees, which is boiling. So these have been like drying in the sun, and I went to do like the next layer, and as I was holding it, this just started peeling from the inside. Like, look, it's coming off. Like, I don't know what this clay is made of. It's like acrylic paint. It'll pretty much stick to anything. It can't be that the surface is too smooth, because even though it's been sanded, it's not smooth. And I did brush it down to get rid of excess like clay dust. So that's happened with this black one and the white one as well. I don't know why the paint won't stick, but like, this is not going to look good no matter what I do to it. So I give up. Really, I can't make this look good. I don't think the pottery wheel is good value for money at all. It was good that it didn't cost very much money, the pottery wheel. I think I paid about £6 or £7 for it. But yeah, you can't even make one pot and paint it out of like the clay and the kit. So this is not the way to go for beginner pottery.